no such thing as an untouchable. So even LeBron would not be untouchable. As crazy as that would sound to us.
LeBron doesn't have a no trade clause, right? So there's no such thing as untradeable. I think what we're talking about is there's a price for everything, and the fact that anybody can be traded is true. I can be fired tomorrow. That's also true. So absolutes don't exist in our business.
That's Cavs GM David Griffin telling SiriusXM Radio yesterday that no one is untouchable, including LeBron James. But Stephen A., what is Griffin really saying here?
Well, what he's really saying here, in my opinion, I mean, it was a tongue-in-cheek comment. There's nothing to make of it. LeBron is obviously approaching free agency, and if you were going to trade him before the trading deadline, that would mean you would have to trade him within the next 3 weeks or so. And we all know that's not going to happen. But I think the reason why David Griffin made the comment that he made is because he answers to Dan Gilbert, and I think that's a roundabout way of them recognizing and publicizing that they're fully aware of any possibilities, because they're not going to be shocked by anything anymore like they were in 2010. And they're definitely going to continuously strive to position themselves to maintain the level of power that they have. They don't really have it right now. I mean, you could trade LeBron James, but we all know David Griffin, he better sneak out of town. He trades LeBron James from Cleveland. I mean, that's just something, I mean, it wouldn't be good for his health to even think about doing something like that at this juncture or in the foreseeable future, I might add. But he's basically making a statement that's very obvious. Nobody is safe. This is a business. We're in the business of trying to be as successful as we possibly can be as a basketball team, and we're going to have to move forward. The reason why I think it can't be ignored, however, is because when LeBron decided to leave, it stunned Dan Gilbert. It was a slap in his face. He didn't even get so much as a courtesy call from LeBron to mention that he was leaving. And then in the aftermath of that, if you're a Los Angeles Laker, you can literally point to Dan Gilbert as the reason that Chris Paul, CP3, is not a Los Angeles Laker. Because when Dan Gilbert, as the owner, still ticked off over LeBron's exit from Cleveland to South Beach, when he wrote that letter, when they did the 3-team deal involving New Orleans and the Clippers and all of that stuff where CP3 was going to end up with the Lakers. And Dan Gilbert wrote that letter to the commissioner, David Stern at the time, talking about what the hell is all of this? How is it that the best player, you also get him while saving yourself cap space and all of this other stuff? It just makes no sense whatsoever. It alluded to the Washington Generals. That's what the rest of us will be and what have you. Dan Gilbert made it very, very clear that something needed to be done to reel in the level of influence and power that players have. And it ultimately showed itself once collective bargaining negotiations subsequently followed. So when you look at it from that perspective, that's still that guy. That's still that man. And he's going to hold on. He's going to try to have as much of an amount of power as he could possibly muster. And David Griffin is his guy to make sure that he reminds everybody of that every chance he gets.
Even LeBron James.
Even LeBron James.
I got to tell you, when I first read this, I imagined what LeBron's reaction would be when he read it or maybe heard it the first time. Like, huh? He said that about me? Because I'm going to assume the blood is still a little bad between LeBron and the owner. I think they coexist at best.
LeBron gives no indications of it whatsoever, Skip.
Yep.
But I can tell you, there are many individuals within LeBron's inner circle who will never forget or forgive what Dan Gilbert wrote.
did. Okay.
They hold on to it to this very day.
Okay, so just in fairness to Gilbert and Griffin, I'll throw out one possible scenario. Is it possible that LeBron and his inner circle encouraged David Griffin to publicly make it very clear, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that he and Gilbert are in charge of the franchise, to take the onus off LeBron, to make it seem that what LeBron is saying is very true? I'm just a player. Tyronn Lue is the new coach, and they run the organization. Are they in cahoots on this? Is it the public perception they want to create?
It's plausible, but entirely unnecessary, because it is something David Griffin loves to do. Like I said, he wants credit, not just for the moves that he makes, but the power he has as a GM, and he doesn't want anybody to believe for 1 second that he does not have that power.
Wow.
That is important to him. That is who he is, and he's not, listen, he's not apologetic about it. Skip, he'll look you in the face and tell you that. He'll look you in the face and tell you that. It's important to him that you know that.
Well, this man left the city one time, and you bring it up all the time. He's highly capable of leaving again.
Taking his talents.
Yeah, to wherever.
Yeah,
to New York or L.A. or who knows. Yeah.
And we know who could potentially break that. This man right here. All right, this just came in. We're going to let the tension build for 2 weeks. The good white guy versus the bad black guy, and it pisses me off. Those are the words of Charles Barkley on Dan Le Batard's show moments ago. We're going to play the entire sound and react to that when we come back here on First Take. Stay here.
On the Hook is brought to you by Bass Pro Shops. Your adventure starts here.
I don't want to hear that.
You are increasingly annoying to me.
Will you open your eyes? I just don't know what to say. A dead clock is right twice a day. What are we going to praise him for next to the kind of damn cereal he eats for breakfast?
First Take is presented by Bass Pro Shops. Your adventure starts here. And in part by Pepsi, the official sponsor of the Pepsi Super Bowl 50 halftime show.
All right, LaShawn, so your guy Chip Kelly, now in San Francisco, what advice would you give to Colin Kaepernick?
As a quarterback, he should have a lot of success in that offense, his ability to run and throw the ball. So just believe in, whatever Chip says or has going on, just believe into it, and he should be fine.
But you can't cross him or question his philosophy. You're going to have to go along with
what if you don't believe?
Right?
I don't think he's in a situation to really question anything. I know they benched him, this year.
Yep.
So just go on there open-minded, man, and go on there hungry. I think the offense is made actually for Cap. It really is. So he should do good.
That's y'all focus. My focus is that America is a fantastic, beautiful country because you can get fired with a game left in the regular season, and 2 weeks later you end up with a job paying you $6 million a year after they ran you out of town because you weren't getting the job done. 2 weeks. It's a beautiful country.
It is a beautiful
country. That's all I have to say.
It is.
Yeah.
God bless America.
Beautiful.
Are you going to be at the
God
Super Bowl?
bless America.
Yeah, I'm going to Super Bowl.
God bless
You're
America.
You're going to go? And we know who you're going with.
Yeah.
See you out there, bro.
Yeah. And next year, will you be playing in the Super Bowl, or
I
we
think
go
so.
that far? Okay, good.
He's got both Ryan brothers now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
It would be nice to see you in there.
Yeah.
I'd like to
Congrats on
see
the
Rex
Pro Bowl,
learn how to
too.
coach offense a little bit better, though.
Right.
We know you couldn't play dealing with the knee, but congrats.
I'd love to see Rex in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
that would be
We'll be
Talk
fired
about
up.
celebrating. We'll see you at the Super Bowl, LaShawn. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. See you guys tomorrow.
Did I fall asleep and dream? You did it. You chose him. He was horrible. How about them Cowboys? I don't know what he's doing. He tap danced like the late great